Hello, I am currently sitting in a 2025 Toyota Tundra Limited with the TRD off-road package, and I'm going to run through all of the buttons for you. In the middle here, we have the shifter. If you squeeze this button and pull it back into reverse, it will bring up the backup camera. Since this Tundra does have the 360 camera, you can toggle between backup camera, front camera, sides looking forward, sides looking back, and then even the box camera as well. Then you have neutral and then drive. You can actually go over to the left and shift through the gears manually if you want to. Most people leave it in drive right there. Below that, you have the four-wheel drive selector. So you have 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. Then over here, you've got drive modes. So if that's lit up, you can actually spin this dial to go through Eco, Normal, and Sport. Basically what those will do on this model is change the shift points. So Eco is going to shift a lot sooner, try to make it a little more fuel efficient. Normal is going to be normal driving, and then Sport is going to try to make it a little sportier for you. Next to that, you have a tow haul mode. So if you put it in tow haul mode, basically it'll change the transmission shift points for pulling like a heavier trailer. Then these two down here, this is mode terrain select, and then this is for the crawl control. I'm going to get it into 4 low because you have to be in 4 low to use those, and then I'll show you how those work. Now that the Tundra is in 4 low and drive, the screen will automatically come up. You have the left side of the truck, the right side of the truck, and then the front camera. It also shows your pitch and roll angles as well. Then down here you can push MTS for mode terrain select, and in the center of the screen you can go through the 4 different options. So you've got rock, mud, sand, and mogul. And basically it'll change the transmission and the 4-wheel drive system for those conditions. Then if you go down here and you hit crawl control, this would be for if you get really stuck in some sand or snow or whatever you're in. The truck will basically take over and it'll spin the wheels one at a time to build up traction and get yourself out of whatever you're in. It has 5 different modes. There's 2 low modes, 2 high, and then a middle. In front of the shifter, you have the start button for the vehicle. Below that, you have your integrated trailer brake controller, so you can make adjustments to your trailer brakes. Here is your trailer backup assist. So if you're backing up a trailer, you can activate that and it'll spin the steering wheel and help back up the trailer straight for you. Next to it, you've got a little camera and it says the word view. If you push that, it'll actually just throw a little 360 around the truck up there so you can see what's outside. Then you have a way to turn off the traction control. Then you have your hazards right there. This is your rear locking differential. You have to be in 4 low for that to work. And then this one is actually for your tailgate, so you can hold it down for like 2 seconds. It'll lower the tailgate, and then you can hold it down again and it'll put the tailgate back up. And then over here, this vehicle has electronic park brake. So every time you put it in park, it automatically applies the park brake. And then when you take it out of park, it disengages the park brake. It does have a hold mode where you can activate that, and basically if you're in like a drive-through or construction or something like that, you can take your foot off the brake while it's in drive and the vehicle will hold it for you. This vehicle does have dual zone auto climate control, so you can basically have a different temperature on the passenger side, and then if you want to sync them back together, you just push the sync button and it'll do whatever the driver's side does right there. The auto function is basically like a thermostat for your car, so if you have it on auto 70 and it's hot out, it'll cool it down to 70, and if it's cold out, it'll heat it up to 70. Right here you can do fan speeds up and down, and then you can also change the mode where you want it to blow right there. And then down here you can turn off the climate control. That does front window defrost. That'll de-ice the back window and the side mirrors. That'll turn AC on and off. That'll recirculate, and then that's direct air right there. The Limited does come with heated and cooled seats, so here's high, medium, low, and off for heated seats. And then here's cooled seats, high, medium, low, and off. On the radio here, you have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So basically it's like having your phone on the radio screen. So you got like your phone contacts, your messages, Google Maps, Amazon Music, whatever you want to use. Next one down is cloud navigation. So if you subscribe to Toyota through this, you can have built-in navigation all the time. Then you've got your music symbol. So you've got favorites. It'll bring up presets right there. If you hit tune, you've got FM, AM, and XM. You get 3 months free XM radio with every new Toyota. So if you do XM 57 tune to channel, it'll bring it up right there. If you want to favorite the station, you just heart it and it'll put it over there on the left side. You can do channel by channel here at the bottom. You can even pause it and back up music if you missed a song. And then you even have like this notify me. And if you like the artist or the song, you can check it and it'll tell you if it's on any station across XM. The phone will just take you back into your Apple CarPlay. So you got contacts, keypad, all that good stuff right there. The car symbol is going to have trip information, so you can do miles per gallon for the last 15 minutes, current miles per gallon, and then range to empty right there. And then settings, you just got your profile. You can go to general, change date and time, make all kinds of vehicle adjustments right there. Here at the top, you've got map light, map light. This will turn all the lights on, all the lights off, and then right in the middle, only when the door is open the lights will come on. You've got a button here to roll down the back window and then roll it back up, and then you have your SOS Safety Connect button here. So basically if you get like a flat tire or in an accident or something like that, you can push the SOS button, it'll call Toyota and then they can send help your way. The rear view mirror on this vehicle does have home link, so if you push one of the garage door buttons, it actually shows you a little video of how to go through and sync up your clicker. So you can use the home link buttons right here. Then it also has a digital rearview mirror, so if you flip this, it'll bring a camera up out the back, and then you can hit these buttons here to make adjustments. So if you go through, you can go left and right, up and down, zoom, whatever you want to do. On the left side of the steering wheel, you've got volume controls, so you can turn the volume up and down. Then you have an up and down, left and right arrow here, and you can actually make adjustments on the instrument cluster. So you can show like fuel economy, there's a compass, what's playing on the radio, there's vehicle information like tire pressures, trailer brake controller, things like that. There's settings if you want to turn on and off any of the safety equipment. Then there's a message screen and then back to the beginning. This button here will clear any notifications, so if anything pops up here, you can hit that to clear it. And then you've got a phone button here, so if somebody calls you, it'll say call from whoever. You can hit that to answer it and then hit it again to hang up. And then this is a voice command button. Tune to XM channel 57.
Tuning to Sirius XM channel 57.
On the right side of the steering wheel, you have mode, which will go through AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, all your sources. And then the arrows here will go through your presets. So if you have like your favorite stations set, you can toggle through them there. Or if you're listening to like Amazon Music, it'll go next song or back a song. This vehicle has radar cruise control. So to turn that on, you hit this button. It'll say radar cruise control active. When you get to the speed you want to set it at, you just hit down. It'll say set at 70 miles an hour. If you want to go up to 72, you can go 1, 2. If you want to go back down to 70, you can go 1, 2. If you want to cancel it, you can tap this or tap the brake. It does have adjustments for how close it'll follow the car in front of you. So you can make that adjustment there. And then this button will turn on and off your lane departure and lane trace. Behind the steering wheel, you have the wipers. Up one time is a mist, and then it's off. One click down is a delayed setting where you can make adjustments. Then there's low and then there's high. If you pull the whole lever towards you, it'll clean the front windshield. Over on the other side, you've got your headlights. So you've got DRL off, which is driving lights off, no lights at all. Then there's auto, which means they'll turn on and off on their own. Then there's park lights, then there's headlights. Forward for high beam, back for low beam. Then you have fog lights on and off right here. On this side of the steering wheel, you have cargo lights for the box. You can turn them on all the time, off all the time, or right in the middle is when you have the doors open, they'll turn on. This is for your automatic high beams. Now it is activated, so if you are driving down the highway and you have your high beams on and you meet a car and you don't dim them, it'll sense their headlights and dim them for you. If you like that feature, you want to leave it on like that. If you don't, you want to turn it off. This is for the stop-start technology. So this does have that feature where if you stop at a stoplight and put your foot on the brake, it'll shut the engine down, and then as soon as you let off the brake, it'll start right back up and be ready to go. If you don't like that feature, you can turn it off right there. This is for the gauge brightness. So if you push this, it'll adjust the brightness of the gauges. Then you have odometer and trip, so you can go through trip A, trip B, and odometer. This vehicle does have automatic rear braking. So if you're backing up and it thinks you're going to back into something, it will slam on the brakes. This is important because if you're pulling like a camper or a boat or something like that and you're backing it up, you must turn this off, otherwise it's going to think you're going to hit it and it's going to slam on the brakes. Over on the driver door, you have all 4 window switches. They all do have one touch auto up and down, so if you hit it real quick one time, it'll roll it all the way down. If you lift up real quick, it'll roll the window all the way up. Here is your window locks, so if you turn that on, nobody in the truck will be able to roll the windows up or down. Then you can lock all the doors here, unlock all the doors right there. And then this does have power folding mirrors. So if you push this button all the way in, it'll fold your mirrors in like that. If you push it all the way out, they will stay all the way out. And then if you put it in the middle on A for auto, every time you get out of the vehicle and lock it, they will automatically fold in. Then here you have the mirror adjustments, so you can turn it to the left, adjust your mirror, turn it to the right, adjust your mirror, and then if you put it back in the middle, in the neutral position, if you bump it, it won't go anywhere. A little fun fact on these, if you put the vehicle in reverse and you have it switch to the left side, it will fold your mirrors down at an angle, and if you put it in the middle, they won't fold down. And then finally, you have your memory seats. So you've got seat 1, seat 2, and then set. So if you get your seat and your side mirrors right where you like it, you can push set and then 1, and it'll beep, and number 1 will be saved. Then if your seat is ever out of position, you can just hit number 1. It'll go right back to where you like it.